Having grown up playing fantasy board games, I thought Onward was a great tribute to the fantasy genre. In addition to having some great highlights as a movie, it also had some great points in relation to estate planning. Here are 3 great things that Wilden Lightfoot did for his sons. Number 1, he left a magical staff and a crystal for them to be able to cast a spell and bring him back for one day so he can see how his sons had grown and how they had progressed since he had been gone. But more than that, when we leave property to our loved ones, it's important to make sure that we leave a purpose for that property and we make sure it's going to be used accordingly. In the movie, he left instructions so that his wife wouldn't give the staff to his sons until both of them had reached age 16 and that they had at least reached a certain level of maturity before they got access to it. Number 2, not only did he leave instructions for how the staff was supposed to be delivered to his sons, but he also left a method for him to check on his sons at some point in the future to see whether his estate was handled properly and whether his sons had turned out all right. He was going to be brought back to life so that he could actually see his sons and see how they had turned out. Of course, we wish that we could do that, but there's no way for us to come back to life and be able to see whether our wishes are carried out. There are ways, however, to properly plan and make sure that others can do that for us when we're gone. 3, Wilden knew that he was leaving a void in his family and he wasn't going to be there to be able to help to raise his children. So he left guidance and instructions with his oldest son to take over a father figure type role for his youngest son. And we see how Barley taught his brother everything he knew, and in the end, that's the most touching part, is to realize that he had a father figure all along, even though it wasn't his father. And sometimes it takes others in our life to really help us to fill that void when our loved ones have already passed away. So here are a few lessons from Onward that we can apply to our estate planning. Make sure that you have a proper plan in place, because your legacy doesn't have to end with you. And just like Wilden, you can make sure that you're remembered long after you're gone. To explore how you can leave a legacy and make sure that your estate plan's left properly, check us out online, www.intervivosplan.com, or click the link below to get started today.